Stirring the coffee with 2 pig head chopsticks, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. I am the Sultan. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Perfect. Hot. It's a little chilly outside today. The birds are the natural soundtrack for the show today. I just wanted to be outside where there is fresh air, sounds of nature, and this is where I belong. Got up a little bit late today. It's about 6:30 in the morning right now. I'm not sure how the lighting is. I'm sitting out in the deck underneath a patio umbrella because it looks like it could be starting to rain. There's a few little droplets on the deck. So what I don't want to do is have to stop the show if it starts coming down. So I have at least some protection here. Let's get started. Back when I was a know-it-all 50-year-old, there was nothing or no one that could tell me what to do. Life straightened that out before it was too late. A convergence of circumstances helped me see the world as it is, not how I think it should be. And I haven't had a bad day since, and that's almost 10 years. And if you've followed me long enough, you're starting to see how I view the world and how I adopt the seeing the world as it is versus how I think it should be. You've seen me over a long haul. If you're just tuning in for the first time, give it a few months. You'll see. You'll join the ranks of the beasts who are up and watching this at all times of the day. A picture of me from 2 years ago. Women were kicking down my door to get out. I say that jokingly because there was a marked difference between having the big beard and going down to a scruff or a goatee. Major difference. And it ended up being, even though it wasn't a social experiment to begin with, because I do like facial hair of all types, as you've known. But it ended up being a very interesting social experiment of how a man who attracts women without doing anything. I'm a friendly, well-groomed person. Now, again, those of you that have just tuned in for the first time, I just rolled out of the sack about 10 minutes ago. I don't do anything. These are the first words I'm speaking. I don't even comb my hair. I just press record on my phone and start my Daybreak Show. I have to get ready for work soon. But as a man who is normally well-groomed, has some kind of facial hair, and who is socially able, or at least learned to be over the years, never had a problem attracting friends, women, buddies, just never had an issue with that. Grew the big beard and watched the stream of ladies just cut right off. Not even to a drip, turned it off. And that was an interesting social experiment. Same man, same guy, just a big white beard. It was fascinating. And many of you were with me on that journey. And I used to say that beards get you respect, but they don't get you a date. I can expound on that more another time, maybe even during like a live broadcast where I talk about life after beard. You heard of life after death? How about life after beard? That would be a fun live broadcast, a great super chat, wouldn't it? F. Scott Fitzgerald says, a woman should be able to kiss a man beautifully and romantically without any desire to either be his wife or his mistress. Gentlemen, that's the good news and the bad news. A woman says, Jesus, I need a man. He replies and says, I sent you one, but you keep telling him he's just a friend. My voice is going because I was yelling at fat people all day. Cole Robinson from the snake diet. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. The movie Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, was magnificent. I'll say it again. It totally exceeded my expectations. Great masculine characters, tweed suits, dip pens. If you like calligraphy and dip pens, there was a lot of close-ups on nibs going into an inkwell and then touching the paper and writing. You'll like it. Tobacco pipes, hats. Fans of those things will love the movie. So far, here we are halfway through the year of 2019, and it's my favorite film of the year so far. Some people asked, I heard that they omitted all of the references to Christianity. A lot of his Christianity, his social Christianity, didn't start until he met C.S. Lewis. This is about his childhood all the way up to the point where he graduated from college and went to Oxford, graduated, served in the war, and then became a professor. And his faith grew much after that. So were the filmmakers compromising? Can you hear that tractor trailer? No, that's I get helicopters because I live in a metropolitan area. Even though you hear birds, I'm not far from highways. And whenever you see or hear helicopters, many times that's like a medevac or a news chopper that's hovering over an accident that happened on the highway. Kind of noisy. Anyways, did they compromise? No, I don't think so. There are people that said, I'm not going to go to this movie then. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You just are missing out on a incredible film. Go see it and then let me know what you think. And I say, go see it on a big screen. Don't wait till it's on Netflix or Amazon or wherever. See it on a big screen. Some movies deserve being seen on the big silver screen, if you can do it. Action does not equal traction. The wheels can be moving, but you could still be in the same spot for 10 years. The difference is traction. The biggest lies are stay busy, try harder, work longer, and one of my favorites, I'm going to go back to school and get a master's degree or another certification. Great, you'll just be a broke person with a master's degree. Or the highest paid barista. Yesterday I was scoping out vehicles at my local auto auction, acres and acres as far as I can see of cars. And it occurred to me, one of the things I was not seeing much of, Ford F-150s, Toyota Tacomas. Everything else, but those two things were the least. Maybe 3, 4, and I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars, maybe thousands. Maybe 3 Ford F-150s and 1 Toyota Tacoma. What does that tell you? I asked my brother, and he says, people don't want to get rid of their F-150s and the Toyota Tacomas. They love them, they hang on to them, and they last a long time. What did I see in abundance of? VWs, Nissans, Buicks, tons of Cadillacs, tons of Ford Explorers, tons of Chevy trucks, tons. Auto auction inventories do not lie. God left Las Vegas a long time ago. Now it's just like Escape from New York. Announced to the good people that in 30 days a fence will be built around it. They have their fair warning. Then Las Vegas will clean itself. Do any other cities come to mind? Jay Adams once said, I don't even know if he's living anymore. He taught at the school that I went to, the graduate school. He once taught this, 3 words, and I'll never forget it. Sin complicates life. Let that sink in. My protege for a day program went extremely well. I provided 2 proteges with a lifetime of actionable career advice as they shadowed me at a popular conference, the 21 conference, and in the TV studio. I will be looking for 2 proteges for the European tour in July in Warsaw, Poland, and 2 for the World Conference in Orlando at the end of October this year. It's open to men and women. Next year I may charge for this, I'm not sure. Only men and women of action, please. No more wishers and hopers. Take advantage of this if you want to go to your next level. I won't waste 1 second on people who are not focused. Those that were my proteges this past conference, you know that I run at a fast pace and it's hard to keep up with me. And you see what a day in my life is like as a broadcaster, as a speaker, as a professional podcaster. Keep up with me. I dare you. Now this is so Philadelphia. The ad read as such. The car is in very nice condition. I've sent this to several people and they said it was the best thing they read all day. Funniest thing. This is so Philadelphia. The ad read, this car is in very nice condition. The car has a scratch on the rear bumper and a bullet hole in the back side, but it does not affect the car. That's on the Philadelphia Craigslist. It was a Toyota Avalon. Look. But only in friggin' Philadelphia. I actually called the guy and he said it sold the first day. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Sounds that older people remember. A car jack. As it raises the car up, the bumper jack. A dial phone. Those are sounds that older people remember. Is there anything else that is a sound from the past that only someone older would remember? Put it down below. I'd love to see your comments. Men, when it comes to women, her ambiguity always means no. Move on, my brother. Drop your fantasy that persistence works. Move on. Move on. Her no, literally, her ambiguity means no. There's 10 other guys competing for her attention. There's no competing. Pursue excellence, chase excellence, not women. As I like to say, pursue excellence and excellence will pursue you. If you have to work to get your woman, you're gonna have to stay working. And that's a lot of work. That's working too hard. That might insult many women, but frankly, I don't care. You are not anti fill in the blank or a fill in the blank aphobic if you ask questions. Your enemy reveals themselves as soon as you hear them say you're not allowed to ask those questions. That's the purity test. Who are you not allowed to criticize or ask questions about? If you have to defend it, it's not divine order, it's not logos. And I said this before, you heard this. Spinning plates. My first plate, a beautiful, chill woman. My second plate, my reading list. My third plate, a pipe. My fourth plate, my writing. My fifth plate, my videos. My sixth plate, my solitude. My seventh plate, my guy friends. That's the mature man's guide to spinning plates. Many people teach that all 7 of those plates should be women. You don't even know where you put your keys last night, and you can't find the other sock. And you want to have 7 women? Good luck, bro. I'm in the middle of monk mode till June 8th. Mostly meat. I'm calling it modified monk mode. If you really want to do monk mode, you need to get out in the wilderness. You need to go on vacation somewhere. And really not because where are you going to go on vacation where there's no TV? Like if you rented a cabin in the woods and you couldn't have cell phone reception, that's true monk mode. But you need to unplug. You do a hard reset by starting your monk mode with a water fast. I'm already feeling like my water fast was more significant than my modified monk mode because I'm still amongst people. I haven't turned on the news or radio at all. And I feel that exposure to society does kind of blow the monk mode, but I'm going to stick with it. Super important. Get the monk mode book. The link is down below. How does it transform you? It helps you focus. It helps you get rid of it shows you what you're addicted to. The things that you start craving, you know you're addicted to. Like I did the 3-day fast, water fast. It wasn't a dry fast, it was a water fast. I only drank water. And then went to decaf coffee with nothing in it, which I'm doing till June 8th. What have I been craving? I don't crave carbs. I beat that a long time ago. I do crave a little bit of sugar, and I do crave some vegetables. I am craving caffeine. I am craving alcohol. Not a lot, just a sip. Craving it. And those are the things that I'm purging myself of for these 30 days and becoming stronger. I will be at the salon today. After the salon, I will go work out at the gym and gently bring myself back to the weight that I was throwing around prior to the conference. And I'm feeling good. One of the things that happened in the past week is just unbelievable lucid dreaming. I literally wake up from dreams thinking that I was wherever the dream was, that I was actually there. I wasn't just observing something in my sleep, I was in it. And as a fan of lucid dreaming, it's awesome. It is incredible, and I really love that. I'm just, it's like I just can't wait to go to sleep at night. Can't wait and see where I go, what trip that I take. And it's been unbelievable. And I think it's been the fasting and the monk mode that has done it. And I'm waking up absolutely refreshed. I'm waking up incredibly just alert. Because usually I wake up and I'm like, oh, I need coffee. I'm not feeling that right now. And that's what's happening. And something that kind of bothered me a little bit, or I thought that was interesting, I made a comment a couple weeks ago about women in beard championships. Isn't there any fucking thing that is men's anymore? Is it cute? No, it's not cute. I don't give a fuck if it's for fundraising. I will take a stand. I've noticed things that were distinctively men's have to eventually slide into accepting females. Is it the He-Man Woman Haters Club? No. Beards and tattoos do not make you a fucking man. Let's get fucking real about that. I gained many subscribers for saying that. I lost many for saying that. It's one thing I can't stand is a guy who's a complete puss, gets tattooed up, grows a beard, and looks badass. There's nothing badass about it. Nothing. You know what's badass? A Navy SEAL. You know what's badass? A man who's been married 30 years and raised 3 successful children. That's badass. A man who can fire a gun and hit a quarter at 50 yards. That's badass. A guy who keeps taking certification tests and passing with flying colors. That's badass. A guy with a great book of business. That's badass. Beard and tattoos alone, not badass. Now you want women in the beard channel. I used to be a judge for many beard contests. Now they have women wearing beards and they do their beards up. Not funny. It's a man's domain. And there's those that actually defend it. Well, it's for XYZ cancer. I don't give a fuck if it is or not. Let men be men. Boys will be boys. Do not let the women in. It's not women hating. Oh, I used to follow you, then you became a woman hating channel. Right here. The same thing now I noticed yesterday, and I'm on a rant. I noticed that Sutliff Tobacco now has Woman Wednesdays. And they posted it on Instagram, a woman smoking a pipe. Can't fucking men have their own fucking space? Does it always have to be fucking invaded? I don't care if it's done in jest. Can you see the subtleness and the attack on men? Men can't do that to women at all. That's considered toxic masculinity. So Sutliff Tobacco, you're making a big fucking mistake. National Beard and Mustache Championships, you've made a big mistake. Because beards are all full of ego, a man who's a complete nerd and completely ignored by society can grow a beard. All of a sudden he's badass and cool. Then he becomes, and then calls everyone brother. Like, no one ever fucking called me brother until I grew a beard. Nice beard, brother. I'm like, what? Can you see where I'm getting at? Let men's spaces stay men's spaces. There's no need for it. You don't have to ratchet down your masculinity and let women in to be fair or cool. Wake the fuck up. No more bearded pussies. No more pipe-smoking pussies. Let the men's spaces stay men's spaces. And with that, finish your coffee.